So if we take an example of that and go and look at, say, the CPI from last month, you've used a variety of different tools on it. We'll get the images up on these. There was, I guess, a sort of reasoning behind each bit from the profile in terms of what the scope of the move is, and then the footprint to help you out once the action's going, I guess.
Yeah, so the CPIs, for me, have been like an important data point in this move. I think I performed quite well on the CPIs going forward. And that's like, some of it is just your prep and your review of each one. Like, I'll have a photo of every market. 1 minute, 5 minute profile, and an hourly. And I might not use the profile when I look back on it, but it's important for context. Maybe 3 years down the line, I'll go, you know what, I've seen a pattern coming into this data point. But then you still need, even though you're hitting a data point and you've got a plan to, right, if this number means this, I'm hitting this, you still need to know which markets are probably going to have the biggest move. Are we in a tight range? And just picking up on little things, like one we found is the S&P is vol stopping every time. And you're not getting near that for 15, 20, 30 seconds until it opens. And then it's opening 80 handles higher. And there's a trade there in itself, buying the vol stop. But we noticed the Euro stocks was not vol stopping. And while you're waiting for the S&P, you could get into the Euro stocks. And then on the November CPI, the Euro stocks kind of broke up, had an inside day, a tight range, a lot of volume and value done. And it had a few levels higher up. And you thought, okay, well, these are big daily highs up here. You've got an inside day, big kind of like balanced profile. And you sat slap bang in the middle of it when this number comes out. And since we haven't had a miss for ages, if you get a miss and you can get on this, you can basically bet yourself that we're going to here and here, especially if that S&P keeps going. And that's how like the profile gave you that structure to go, okay, this time I think there's some scope in this. Because for me, on this trade, it was actually like a bit of a nightmare because you got in and it sat there. And S&P, you just saw the S&P vol stop moving up and up and up. And you were just going a few ticks offside. I'm like, what's going on here? But knowing the context of what you've seen on the profile for the day, adding in the footprint, you suddenly start to see, actually, we're just sat in this big absorption block. There's low volume below. As long as we don't break that, there's no reason to go, okay, I'm getting out because it hasn't gone. I'm still seeing the S&P vol stop move up and up and up to renet. And then you have the levels above still. It was just a way of like, another thing I do is like using a profile. Just before the data, I'll reset my volume profile on the side. So I'm only seeing the volume that's done on the move. And all you saw is it's basically like a P on the data in the first like minute or two. And you were just sitting in this block of volume and you'd bought the low of that block of volume, but you weren't being pushed on side. And it just keeps you in a trade. You know, you look at your footprint absorption, you've looked at your profile. I know we've had a big break here and we've got the levels above. Then you're looking at the order flow. Well, people are still buying it. It's just kind of getting absorbed here. No one's like just going to sell straight through at market. Just there's no one new coming in to lift the highs. And then you're looking at your profile on the side of your ladder and you're seeing the P. And it's like it gives you that conviction to sit in that trade longer than just looking at the chart.
The classic panic of, oh, it's not moving, better get out. And you're able to get over. Everything tells me I should stay in. I should still be in this.
And it just gives you that, that conviction to go, right, no, in fact, if this doesn't break, there's no reason for me to get out of this trade. It's so easy to talk yourself out of it. And then as it was, then you just add in a few correlations on like data and macro that you do in the course. Like if this happens, this means this market. And you go, the S&P is still netting higher and higher. But the second the S&P opened, it just shot up with it. The S&P opened and shot up further.
And then you see that on the stocks, sort of on the ladder on the stocks. You can see the flow goes chasing into it.
And it doesn't seem like a long time, but I put a 1 second photo on there. And actually, when you're sat in that trade and it's not moving and you've gone kind of like deep on size, you're thinking, this can't go too far wrong here because I'm going to have to get out. You need a reason to keep like that conviction to keep yourself in. It's very easy to go, okay, I've gone big here, it's not moved, I'm out. And actually, you wait another 30, 40 seconds and it seems like no time at all. But when you're sat there in it and everything's flying about and you're just sitting there
terrifying,
offside.
You have that little backup that goes, no, it's all right, it's okay.
It's always like nothing's telling you you're wrong. You use your tools every day. This is how you trade. So if there's nothing saying this is wrong, you need to be out, there's no reason to get out. It's like, just leaning on them tools. Because I remember, because I was sat in there, and I was just sat in there, I was watching this S&P get higher and higher. And I was like, why is this not going? So like, you're sat in there, I'll quickly pull up a footprint or something, just to confirm, right, I'm seeing the right thing on the order flow here. Yeah, we've got the absorption. it can be a difference between your best day and just an average day, or your worst day.
Yeah.
Just puking it because you've just lost all your confidence in that trade, or just saying, you know what, I've seen what I need to see. I know what this means on the footprint. The theory is, as long as we're holding this absorption and we don't break back through the low volume, we should get higher. And it takes a bit of your emotion out. I mean, you still have it, but takes a little
it's
bit.
measured emotion. Then you can at least go, well, I only need to be worried here. I don't need to worry about it at the minute.